It's always a good day in Pokemon where Gamefreak deals blows to cheaters. So we have more news updates, and this time is regarding the Pokemon Global Link and the removal of cheated Pokemon, hopefully. So let's go over this announcement really quick. The Japanese Pokemon Global Link has put out an update regarding stricter hack checks that are to come to the game. So this is like some of the best news ever for legitimate players, because hack checks, they're somewhat lacking. You know, Game Freak, they at least tried to make up for it, that, you know, if something really fishy ends up in battle spot, like a ball that shouldn't have happened, abilities that don't exist, there's generally an update that tries to catch up with it, and that's just, you know, just from not expecting what people are going to bring for hacked Pokemon. That they try to look for more unusual stats and stuff, but it looks like Game Freak's stepping it up because they do not accept cheated Pokemon in the game. They do not want there to be cheated Pokemon in the game, and many other people don't want that either. First, let's just look at the facts, and I'm going to read more about this article. Let's just look at the facts. There are many accounts where Game Freak has said using an external device counts as a cheated Pokemon. Don't bring it to tournament, now don't bring it to battle spot, and that should just mean don't bring it anywhere. That there's no it's just cheating straight out. There's no justifying that using an external device is not cheating. That the main device being used right now is called an Action Replay Powersave, and that's one of the things about Powersave, is that Action Replay is a brand name of series of video games cheating devices. What else do you need there? The argument should end immediately right there. That's a cheating device. That you're using a cheating device to manipulate the game with external devices and stuff. But then this also includes injection method. This also includes Pokegening, because it's third party. That it's outside of the game. That if you're not using your vanilla game cartridge to get a Pokemon through the means of that game, it's just straight up cheating, and there are many sources all over the place. The Pokemon 2015 rules state that, you know, illegally manipulated Pokemon. Use of external devices, such as a mobile app, to modify or create games in a Pokemon's battle box is expressly forbidden, and now they're also, like I said, branching that out into the battle spot. That this is forbidden. They acknowledge it as cheating in multiple levels. So now let's go and read the rest of this. If you have been caught with modified save files or modified Pokemon, you will be unable to participate in raiding battles or battle competitions. If you do this multiple times, you will be hit with stronger consequences beyond being blocked from Pokemon battles, which have not been detailed yet, but it will be without any warning. So it's not like, oh, shame on you, you know, we're just gonna wag your finger, you're a cheater. No, it's, hey, this guy has been flagged for cheating, whatever they're going to do. There's going to be some kind of system, it's going to flag you, you're going to get banned without warning, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's your Pokemon, doesn't matter if it's your friend's Pokemon. That's one of the things also stated in the rules. That says you are responsible for your Pokemon. If you get a seemingly good Pokemon off Wonder Trade, you have to also come into the thought thinking, wow, this might be hacked. I don't think a shiny legendary Pokemon with hidden power should be in my possession legitimately. Who would give that up? No one would give up a legal shiny hidden power Pokemon. There's no reason to do that. So consequences are going to be able to get enacted. It looks like they seem like, for those who have already been confirmed to have done this, consequences will be enacted. And this is great. I'm trying to remember, I think it was near the end of 5th generation, where they also, like, they found out that a majority of people were hacking in like one of the last competitions for the 5th generation, and they went and removed like half of the people's records because they were like, wow, all these Pokemon were cheated. So they went and like just started clearing records for people, and they had to like almost redo the entire tournament. It looks like they're kind of going to do the same thing, like not clear anything, but they're going to say, hey, look, we've already caught a lot of people doing this. Now it's starting to get to concerning levels of cheating, and that's why, you know, it looks like they're actually going to go after Powersaves as well. That if you have been caught with a modified save file. So it looks like they're getting more specific. It's not just modified Pokemon. Maybe they finally found a way to trace some kind of artifact that is left by a power save. You know, it's like, this game file, you know, as we can read it off the game, has these weird time save situations, or this weird, like, backup kind of scenario with the power save, that all of a sudden there was a skip in time, or that new Pokemon seemed to have been created without any means, and then that could just show, okay, this game has been tampered with by a device, immediately banned, and I would love that. I would love that, because there's no reason to cheat in Pokemon. That's all you have to think about. Cheating in Pokemon. What's the point? So, I mean, and then we also have an article in Wikipedia, you know, cheating in video games. Video game player using non-standard methods for creating an advantage beyond normal gameplay, usually to make the game easier. Cheats can be activated from the game itself, or through third-party software and a cheat cartridge. There's that word again, cheat cartridge, action replay, all that. Now, here's where the serious argument kind of comes into play. So first off, I'm going to say, I don't hate you if you use an action replay, or power save, or cheating in Pokemon. I really have the disdain for the people that don't accept it as cheating. That the way I see it is, you know, if you understand that you're a cheater, that you're understanding that you're using methods to create a not legit Pokemon to gain an advantage in game, you know, at least you're understanding that. That you acknowledge you're cheating, and then you've, like, come to terms with whatever is causing you to cheat, you know, whether it's a time advantage, whether or not you just don't like breeding, whether or not you're lazy. Now, if you've come to terms with that, and then you don't bring it to Battle Spot, you don't ruin other people's days with a cheated Pokemon, that's completely fine. That, you know, that sometimes cheated Pokemon are necessary for, like, Pokemon Battle Leagues, that with over a dozen people in a Battle League, and you're trying to coordinate, you know, 10 Pokemon on each team, and all these other things, and all these people, you almost have to cheat to make sure everything runs smoothly. But at the same time, you know, that's an agreed upon thing. That's like, look, I'm using Powersaves, he's using Powersaves, this is entirely fair. The problem is when you're taking it to local tournaments, you're using it for, like, I think it's more about the competitive edge. That if you're not playing with friends who know you're hacking and are accepting of you hacking, don't bring it. Don't go to random Wi-Fi battles. Don't challenge some other people and then use your cheated Pokemon against them. Don't go to rank. Don't go, God forbid, don't go to real Pokemon tournaments. We've seen illegitimate Pokemon or Pokemon that should not exist in game slide into Pokemon tournaments. Look at Ray Rizzo's Aegislash. Now sure, he has said that he didn't get the Pokemons from his friend and he felt it wasn't cheated or anything, but I mean that just shows that there was some point in that Aegislash's heritage, there, or, you know, parents or whatever, that there was an illegal Pokemon there that got by it and it just kind of snuck on through and there was no awareness of it whatsoever. So I mean, don't bring cheated Pokemon into any kind of situation like that. Local tournaments, remember, wherever there's a competitive edge, just see it like that. And if there isn't a competitive edge, it's somewhat okay. It's still like a little questionable because you're still cheating. But as long as you accept that you're cheating, you know, it's like one of those kids that used a Game Shark and said, all right, I know I use a Game Shark. I'm okay with having a million Master Balls. So it's one of those things. What really pisses me off about cheating are the ignorant people that say that it is not cheating, that it is justified, it is legitimate. And I don't know how anyone can think that. That the game developers say it's cheating, that you're using a cheating device, that you're using external software, that you are not doing anything vanilla in the game. Like, that's it. And then the people that say it doesn't give an unfair advantage, so it's okay. That is one of the worst arguments possible because it does give an unfair advantage. You prove that by using this cheating device that you have no means of obtaining that Pokemon. You are using something that you would not have otherwise had. That's an advantage. That you would not have had this. You prove that by cheating. Or else if you didn't need to cheat, if you could have gotten it, then you didn't need to cheat, so you could have had it. That's completely fine right there. So now you're just proving that you wouldn't have had this Pokemon. Also, time is an advantage. To get a legendary Pokemon with good IVs, that takes days, sometimes weeks. To get like a hidden power Pokemon, that could take days or weeks. To build up an entire team, there's a lot of time involved. And that's where the advantage comes in. Time. That if you're gaining days and weeks before a tournament of experience, of preparation, of training, of understanding the game, that is an unfair advantage, especially in Pokemon. Pokemon is a very experience-based game. That it takes a lot of knowledge, it takes a lot of experience to get good at the game, so if you just cheat in 6 Pokemon and get a week ahead of your opponent, you're going to know things about the game that they didn't. You're going to understand your team better than they did. That you're going to have more of an advantage of building your team. That, oh, these 2 Pokemon weren't good on my team, switch them out, hack in some new Pokemon, cheat them in, and now you're just gaining advantage of your opponents before he's even made his first legitimate team. That's where all the cheating comes in, that when you use these Pokemon that were not meant to be in the game whatsoever. That there is no justifying the Pokemon being in the game, there's no justifying a cheating device, and that's pretty much how I'm going to handle this. That you are factually wrong if you think that it does not give you advantage and that cheating is okay. And if for some reason you're offended by being called a cheater, then why don't you just not cheat? That if you would rather attack someone by claiming that your cheating is legitimate, because you're so upset for being called a cheater, like you feel insulted by this person by being told factually you are a cheater, then what's the point of cheating if you are upset by it? Like, this is one of the other complexingly ignorant things that I just do not understand about hacking Pokemon. Just think about that. Like, if you think that using your cheated Pokemon in a competitive environment is okay, you just admitted that cheating is okay in Pokemon. That cheating in any other situation should be frowned upon. That cheating should not be accepted in any way. And I think that that's the biggest problem with Pokemon, that people accept cheating mostly because, you know, people are lazy. It's purely a laziness thing. That you either don't have the time or you don't want to play Pokemon properly, so you cheat. And that's where all these issues comes in. But here's where Gamefreak's stepping in once again, you know. They're trying to get stricter on the hack checks. And sure, you're never going to be able to beat it. That's the problem about hackers. They'll find a way around the system. They'll find out what's being flagged. They'll try to, like, change the system up and, you know, hopefully this just gets better and better, that more people get banned. I want to see people banned. I want to see people be able to not even go into Wi-Fi with their game, that they can't even connect to the internet because they had cheated devices, which means they can't battle friends or something if they're not immediate. You know, just banning them from playing Pokemon. I think that's completely fair. So there's a lot of really hard things, but I'm just going to remove comments. I'm going to ban comments. I'm going to block people if they are trying to justify it, because there's no justification there. That you are 100% factually wrong if you don't think that's cheating and you don't think that there's anything wrong with it. So I've already laid my conditions. You know, I don't hate you if you understand that's cheating. I don't have any problem against you if it's that. It's all the people that are bringing to competitive environments. It's all the people that think that this is legit, even though the game developers have done multiple things in multiple rules. It should just be a moral thing. That if you have to cheat in Pokemon to gain an advantage, that's just disgusting, honestly. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know a lot of you haven't, because there's like a lot of rampant cheating, but overall, you know, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you all have a nice day. Thank you for watching.